Yeah, just open it as he approaches.
That's our fault. Yeah, you look to the gate and I'll open it with you.
Hey, welcome to day 18. Today, let's see, I've already been at work and you've probably seen a lot of what's already gone on. I fed the boys some alfalfa. They're a little more aggressive about it today. See? Oh, that's Vinny over here. Yeah. I broke up a fight earlier. I didn't take the time to grab the camera. Even though it was rolling, it was, sitting over there. And there was a fight on the other side of the barn outside here between Billy and Star. And I don't know, it happened so fast. I just went out there and broke it up. They were into it. I just didn't take the time to grab the camera to show you. But yeah, there was a bit of a fight this morning. And Star is... this silver guy right here, and he was up against Billy right here, and he was holding his own. I was happy to see that. They had like spit all over their face, like their mouth, and anyway, so yes, alfalfa has been fed today. The guys fixed up the barn. This part right here had come up, had ripped open during one of our strong windstorms about a week ago. So they fixed that. They've put up boards. You can see the midsection here and here to keep the tarps from flapping so much in the wind and getting torn or loose or that kind of thing. And then the other thing you would have seen is the boys' pasture is getting baled. Again, another thing that's happening late in the season, but it's needed because I'm going to run out of hay if I don't do that. My hay field was baled once this year, and that's the hay that they're eating now. Excuse me. Dealing with the alfalfa, there's all kinds of, dust and stuff that comes up, and I always sneeze, and probably hear me a little sniffling a little bit, and stopped up a little. Yeah, it's because of that, because I was sneezing because of that. Anyway, so of that batch from the summer off the hayfield, I only have 2 bales left. Obviously not enough to last me the next few months. So it was always the plan to have the boys' pasture, this big boys' pasture, baled as well. I've done that in the past because it's so big. The pasture is so big. These guys cannot eat all of it. Excuse me again. Now my nose is running. So, yeah, I've had it baled in the past. I get quite a few bales off of their pasture. Last year I did not bale it. Decided to save it up for 2 years because they had eaten quite a bit down, and I just felt like it was better to wait. So we're doing that now, and that's what they'll have for the rest of the winter here. And one of the projects on the to-do list is to improve the hayfield. Sorry, it's that direction. That's why I'm pointing. The hayfield, which I have an 18-acre. Excuse me, my nose keeps running now. I have an 18-acre hayfield. And when I got this property, it had not been baled in 8 years. Anyway, long story short, the hayfield had not been baled in 8 years. And during that time we had gone in the region, we had gone through a drought. So there was some, the field does need a bit of help. It does not produce what I've been told it had at once upon a time. So one of my projects is to work on that field to produce more, because I really only got one cutting this year, one cutting last year, and I should be able to get at least 2 off of it. And when that's happening, then obviously I am in no dire need for hay, and I should have excess to sell. Wouldn't that be nice? So let's see how they were so nice to each other in days past, and now they're just, yeah. Anyway, let's go check how the baling's doing, or the cutting. Actually, today is the cutting, and then he'll come back with the bale part. Basically, the bale, what's that called? Anyway, some of you people know what it's called. So this is the first step. He's out there basically mowing it, but it's, I don't know how wide it is. It's so wide there's only certain of my gates can he get through. Like he could not get into my girls' pasture to cut it in the past. We tried that, but the gate to get into the boys' pasture, which you saw earlier, is wide enough for him to get through. Barely, but it is. And so basically it's a really wide lawnmower of sorts that cuts the grass at ground level and keeps, the length of it intact, but also kind of consolidates it to like the center of the row that he's doing. So then he'll come back. Sometimes they come back with a piece that puts all the grass into nice little rows, because then he comes back with the baler and actually puts it in the bale. So I'm not sure if he's going to do this as a 2-step thing or a 3-step thing, but what he's doing now is most definitely the first step. All right, he's behind those trees there. Ooh, is it not focusing? Oh, there it goes. Okay. You can see him there. He's doing all the plateaus, and he's done the valley down below. This place actually looks really nice once he's got it all cut. It looks really good. And so he's doing, this whole section, and then the other part of the L that goes, out there. You've heard me talk about the L shape all the way out to the tree there. He'll cut that as well. So basically the valleys and the plateaus, he hasn't gotten to this part yet. Let me see. This part in here, that plateau, he hasn't done that yet. But you can see he kind of started down the bottom. You're a cutie. He is one of Bridget's boys. Talked to you about him the other day. He lost his mom when he was 5 weeks old, and Gus, all right back here, was his surrogate parent, his big brother by 1.5 years. Yes, awesome. Honestly, I love llamas. Some people don't like them. It's usually because their first experience with a llama is one who is guarding either themselves or whatever they're bonded to. And so they're more aggressive and spit and all that stuff. But honestly, that behavior happens based on how a llama is raised. All of mine are well behaved. They don't spit at you unless you have done something. See, even Billy here, the newest one, has never spit at anyone. It's all in how they're treated, how they're handled, and how they're raised. I don't think there's any such thing as a bad llama. It's about how they were treated when they were growing up, especially as babies. No bad llamas, just bad handlers. How about we say it that way?